A quick episode to just talk about the things that we should be thankful for as Arizona State fans on this edition, special edition, I should say, of the Locked On Sun Devils podcast.
Are Locked On Sun Devils, your daily podcast on the Arizona State Sun Devils, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Hey, all you crazy people, what's going on? This is the Locked On Sun Devils podcast, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. And my name is Richie Bradshaw, and I am your guide for everything Arizona State Sun Devils. Thank you guys, as always, for making us your first listen of the day. Remember, you can get this podcast free and available on all platforms, including YouTube, if you want to see us in a visual platform. Wherever you're getting your podcast, though, hit like and subscribe. Turn on notifications so you get an update whenever we post new content. Stay in touch with that content by following me on Twitter. You can find me at Richie Brads36, and you can find the podcast as well at LO_Sun Devils. Guys, this is just a special little podcast that I wanted to do. I've had this one planned for a little while. It's not going to be anything too crazy, but I wanted to just take two quick segments to talk about the things that we should be thankful for Arizona State Sun Devils football and Arizona State Sun Devils basketball, respectively. So we're going to hop right into football. And I think the first thing to be thankful for when it comes to football is the end of the Herm Edwards era. It was tough, to put it politely. And I mean that in terms of the way it ended. It was tough because obviously Herm only had one losing season, which was this year when he was fired after a 1-2 start to the season. Other than that, Herm Edwards was over 500 as a head coach for Arizona State, and he was undefeated against U of A. He definitely gave the program a lot of good, but the end was just about as ugly a breakup as you could possibly have. And I know something about ugly breakups. That was just devastating the way it had to end. But I'm thankful for it because with the end comes something new and something greater in store, which is, of course, the Kenny Dillingham era. But Kenny Dillingham seems to be doing all the right things. That's the next thing that we should be thankful for is for all of the rights and wrongs that Ray Anderson has done as the athletic director. And I certainly am not one of his fans. The hiring of Kenny Dillingham has to be one of the best moves that he has made as the athletic director of the program. This could be a defining move in the history of Arizona State Sun Devils football. This is a guy who is Valley born, Valley bred, an ASU alum, a football nut, a personable guy, and certainly somebody that could do wonders for this program in more ways than one. He's a great coach. He's a young, smart, talented offensive mind, and he's a hell of a recruiter. These are things that Arizona State desperately needs as it attempts to adjust and catch up to everybody else in the NIL era of basketball, college football, college sports in general, I should say. It is a sight for sore eyes for Kenny Dillingham to be coming to this program. People should be excited. People should be very excited about what's to come now for Arizona State sports. I am very thankful that Dillingham was the hire. And I'll say this as well, because as you can go back and look at my head coaching big board, I never had Dillingham as my number one. I always had Matt Rule as my number one. I can tell you that with hindsight, I would change that. Dillingham would be my number one guy. Everything that he has done since he has been brought in has been astronomical. And that's not to say that Matt Rule would have been a bad hire. That's not to say that Matt Rule wouldn't have me excited. But I don't think that this level of excitement would be present if it was Matt Rule being hired. It's just there's something in the water right now with what Dillingham has done. And one of the things that he has done so well is bring in new faces. And the retention has been really good too. So obviously, there's a lot of guys that are entering the portal. You know, there's 16 guys, last I checked, that have entered the transfer portal for Arizona State. That's a lot of turnover. But at the same time, he's retaining some really important pieces. Guys like, oh my goodness, I totally just blanked as I went to start talking. Elijah Badger, Jalen Conyers, Geo Sanders, Tevin White, Ro Torrance, Chris Edmonds, Isaiah Glass, Carter Brown. These are guys who are going to be building blocks for the team moving forward. These are guys you're going to build the identity of your football team for 2023, potentially beyond with these guys. And somehow, some way, Kenny Dillingham was able to get them to stay when they could have gone on to bigger programs and made more money, won more games. There's certainly better opportunities out there than Arizona State. But Kenny Dillingham is having these kids believe, and it's having me believe too as a fan, that anything is possible right now in this new era of football. Above all else, I'm thankful for the guys who stuck it out this year, even if they ended up transferring at the end of the year. I'm thankful for Emory Jones for never complaining and coming to work every day and competing and even getting benched at one point in time and not making a scene about it. At no point in time was Kenny, or not Kenny, was Emory Jones a distraction in the locker room. He was a good leader for the team. He was a man amongst a lot of uncertainty. It was truly inspiring. I'm thankful for Trenton Bourget for not transferring out of the program when he wasn't announced a starter. I'm thankful for guys like Cam Johnson and Daniel Nagata who stuck it out for the whole year, even though they weren't starters like they maybe probably should have been. I don't know. I'm very thankful. And I'm thankful for all the newcomers that are coming in as well. All the new quarterbacks like Drew Pine and Jacob Conover, the other guys like DeCarlos Brooks or the other running back, Cameron Scatabo, the offensive line that's all coming in, all the defensive linemen, all of the former Arizona high school players that are coming back. Thankful for that. I'm thankful for a new turn, a new page, and a new era of Arizona State Sun Devils football right now. And, it may not equate to wins immediately. This could very well be a project, as well, it probably should be, and take Arizona State a little bit of time to get back to relevance. But it feels like we're on the right track, and it feels like we're going to be there a lot sooner rather than later. And for all of that, I am so, 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 so thankful for the next era of Arizona State Sun Devils football. BetOnline, or not BetOnline, excuse me. These days, every potential new hire can feel like a high stakes wager for your small business. You want to be 100% certain that you have access to the best qualified candidates available. That's why you have to check out LinkedIn Jobs. LinkedIn Jobs helps find the right people for your team faster and for free. It's simple to do. Just go to the website and create your job post in minutes. Once you do that, add the purple hashtag hiring frame to your LinkedIn profile and spread the word that you're hiring. Simple tools like screening questions can make it easy to focus on candidates with just the right skills and experience so you can quickly prioritize who you'd like to interview and hire. And there's never been a more important time to have the right crew than at the very end of the year. It's why small businesses rate LinkedIn Jobs #1 in delivering quality hires versus leading competitors. LinkedIn Jobs helps find the qualified candidates you want to talk to faster. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/lockedoncollege. That's linkedin.com/lockedoncollege. Terms and conditions will apply. Also, BetOnline is your #1 source for betting info, stats, news, and analysis. Get the latest odds and trends for every professional and amateur league out there, from pro football to college bowl season, NHL, NBA, and more. They've got it all at betonline.net. And if you love podcasts, then BetOnline has those as well. They've got everything you need. They're the fastest and easiest way to get your betting information. So head to the website today or use your mobile device to learn more about the trends in action happening right now at BetOnline, where the game starts. Flipping over to the defensive side of the ball, or defensive side, basketball side of things for Arizona State. Have to be thankful just entirely for the season. Like, I know that we're not even halfway done yet, but Arizona State is currently an 11-2 basketball team. Nobody saw that coming. And it's not as though they're beating nobodies. There are quality wins to this season so far. You've beaten VCU. You beat number 20 Michigan. You beat Creighton. You have a good 2-0 start to Pac-12 play to start the year. This is a very, very promising season to start off. And that's where my next thanks has to go to Bobby Hurley. The way that he's been able to prepare these kids and get them ready to play. This was not something that should be easy for any coach going into a make or break year at a program that's not typically known for basketball. But Arizona State is playing like a great team right now. Sure, there's flaws. They just lost by, they lost by 37 points to San Francisco and gave up 97 points to San Francisco. This is far from a perfect team. They have an overtime loss to Texas Southern. It's not perfect, but somehow, some way, they're winning games. They're fun to watch. I'm thankful for this defense. Man, has this defense been fun. The way they're able to just pass everything around. Everyone understands it's assignment basketball. They limit opportunities that the opposing offense is getting to shoot from deep and shoot from anywhere on the field, really. They're just smart. They're technically sound. Everyone understands their assignment. It's perfectly executed from the guys who are starting to the guys who are coming out on the bench. Everyone knows where they're supposed to be, when they're supposed to be there, and what they're supposed to do. It's terrific. Thankful for the transfers, the big four transfers that came to Arizona State with the Cambridge brothers, with Frankie Collins, and with Warren Washington. All four of those guys are A, starting for the team, and B, major contributors for the team. Some of them are really starting to come into their own too. Des Cambridge is turning into maybe the best point scorer on the team right now. He's been red hot lately. And heading into Pac-12 play, his ability to shoot from deep is going to be incredibly important for the team. Frankie Collins, as the distributor and the quarterback of the basketball team, essentially, has also been very important. And he's got great defense as well. The dude steals the ball. He does commit turnovers, but he forces turnovers. That's the word I'm looking for. And he does so much for you. He's such a great weapon on both sides of the coin for you. Devin Cambridge has been a big play machine. He's willing to go up and make the big defensive plays, but then he comes back and makes the splash offensive plays as well. And then Warren Washington, the big old board man at 7'2", 220 some odd pounds. Dude is big and physical, gets some points, gets boards. Can't ask for much more. Super thankful for DJ Horn. His continued development from year 1 to year 2 has been awesome. He's the leading point scorer on the team. He might be one of your best overall weapons that the team has right now. Also thankful for the depth, not the defense. The depth. Obviously, I'm thankful for the defense, but the depth has been awesome. Jemiah Neal, Austin Nunez, Luther Muhammad, Alonzo Gaffney, Duke Brennan, Enoch Vache. Like there's so many guys who have produced for you this year. I can't remember if I said Jemiah Neal, but Jemiah Neal, if I didn't say Jemiah Neal, there's so many guys who are contributing in more ways than one, defensively, offensively, drawing fouls, going to the line, getting rebounds, assists, turnovers, whatever. Everyone on this roster is contributing in one way or another. So yeah, I did see that comment that was trolling me saying, oh, why are you so excited about 12 and a half points a game? That's not that much. You're right. 12 and a half points a game isn't that much. But when my guys are distributing the ball the way that they are, I'm happy with 12 and a half points a game out of my guys. Okay? We don't need to be the highest scoring team in the league. We're 11-2, man. We're playing good defense and we're distributing the ball fairly and equally to everybody. Everyone's getting an opportunity right now. You can't ask for better play than that. And I'm thankful for that. So yeah, we're not the perfect basketball team and we're definitely not NCAA champions, but at least we're fun to watch. And who knows? This could be a really good season for Arizona State Sun Devils basketball. I'm excited about it. I'm excited about Arizona State sports in general. And I'm thankful for this platform. I'm thankful for the teachers at the greatest university in the world. I'm grateful for everyone that works on staff. I'm grateful for the students, the fans, the alumni, the student athletes, the coaches. I'm thankful for all of it. Arizona State University is the greatest university in the world. You cannot convince me otherwise. So thank you guys so much for giving me this platform. Thank you so much for listening to me spiel for 15 minutes just about how thankful I am for everything that we have moving forward. Remember that this is going to be a project, but it's going to be a good one. The end results are going to be great. I promise you. Until next time, you keep it locked right here on Locked On Sun.